We'd like to welcome you to Don Frudenthal Field here on the campus of Ezell-Harding Christian School for today's region tournament action. The Ezell-Harding Christian School Eagles will be facing the Bears, the Lady Bears from Davidson Academy. It hopefully is going to be a beautiful evening. We've had a bit of rain off and on, some pop-up showers throughout the afternoon. But the sun is out now, and it looks like the showers are going to stay away, at least hopefully for the entirety of this game. Ezell-Harding is going to be the visitors, even on their home field because they are the lower seed. And Davidson Academy, being the 1 seed, is going to be the home team for today. To give you the starting lineups, first of all, for Davidson Academy, leading off and playing center field, Alex Gibson. Batting second and playing left field, Michaela Rimbert. Batting third and catching, number 13, Savannah Peak. Batting cleanup and playing second base, number 12, Darby Raines. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 19, Hannah Hoover. Batting sixth and pitching, number 20, Savannah Carr. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 1, Maddie Wittes. And batting eighth and I believe the designated hitter, number 4, Kelsey Thompson, and playing shortstop, the number 9 hitter, number 2, Hannah Thompson. Pitching for the Lady Eagles is Christina Gable, number 18, the senior. Christiana Gable, sorry. I've been corrected by her fellow senior. Christiana starts first pitch is outside for ball 1. Joining me today is Ezell-Harding senior Matthew Williams. He's joining me on the play-by-play. Called strike. We have a 1-1 count. Also on the camera is Mr. Ryan Carter, and doing the overlays is another senior, Andrew Joyce. Matthew, appreciate you joining me behind the mic today.
This will be the first time I've did a sport outside of basketball with y'all.
Well, you're going to do just fine. Christiana fields the 2-1 pitch, and there's one away. Nice job filling her position. And the Lady Eagles get a quick out. This is a rivalry game. In the past few years, Ezell-Harding and Davidson Academy have been 1-2, 1-2 in the region, and the Lady Eagles lost a heartbreaker to Davidson the last time out, I believe by 1 run. So there's a little bit of motivation behind the Lady Eagles' effort here. Not just that, but it's postseason time.
Ball 1.
1-0 the count. Hopefully, we're going to have the sun kind of right in our face until it settles behind the trees. So Christiana fields her position again, and 2 away. Nice job there. She had to get off the mound quickly because there was speed there, the little slap bunt, and 2 away. Now at the plate, number 13, the catcher, Savannah Peak.
Strike 1.
Good cut there by Peak. Christiana has been the go-to pitcher for the Eagles, the Lady Eagles, this season.
Strike 2.
Nice pitch there. Christiana signed a softball scholarship, I believe, with Austin Peay State University, where she'll be headed next year. Congratulations to her and her family. I know they have worked really hard. Ball outside, 1-2 count. 2 away here in the top of the first. Deuces are wild on the board.
Ball, 2-2.
The 2-2 pitch. The changeup. Hoping she would go after it. She had a pitch to waste there. Count now full. The 2 away. Lady Eagles hoping to get out of the first here with no damage. Callan Griffin over to first base. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. Lady Eagles hoping to get something going. We'll be back right after this. We're back to live action here at Ezell-Harding Christian School for today's region matchup, big tournament game. This is the winner's bracket. The earlier game, Zion Christian Academy and Donaldson Christian Academy. Donaldson Christian ran away with that one, winning it 15-0 in 5 innings. Donaldson Christian losing yesterday to Davidson, and Zion losing yesterday to the Lady Eagles. Leading off for Ezell-Harding, number 4, Brittany Edmondson, the center fielder.
Oh, 1 count.
The bunt, she's got speed. The throw is in time.
Close play, though.
Next up at the plate, number 3, the third baseman, Lauren Batson, the senior. The changeup is low for ball 1. And the pitcher, of course, for the Lady Bears is number 20, Savannah Carr. Good-looking pitcher.
1-1.
Fastball called for a strike. Nice pitch there. Foul tip. 1-2. Batson for the 1-2 pitch. The changeup is low, 2-2. Good eye there by Batson. The 2-2. The changeup got her swinging. Great pitch there, 2 down.
Strike 3.
So, Matthew, the rules of softball are very similar to the rules of baseball.
I know baseball pretty well because I played travel ball for 8 years.
A few things you'll see differently. The field by the shortstop over to first. 3 up, 3 down. It's been a quick first inning. Softball does go a little bit quicker than baseball as well, but it doesn't always go this fast. We're going to the top of the second. We're scoreless. Top of the second inning for Davidson Academy. The second baseman, number 12, Darby Raines, will be leading off. 3 up, 3 down for both the Lady Bears and the Lady Eagles here in the first. Change up outside for a called ball. Good crowd, and it will continue to build because the game did start just a little bit early. And so the crowd is just starting to trickle in. Popped up to Jenna Burnett. She makes the grab for 1 away. Matthew, what'd you do when the ball was popped up? I was looking straight into the sun. Were you?
Well, yeah, but I was trying to make sure it was not coming at us, first of all, because I really don't feel like getting hit today.
Well, we'll just go ahead and confess it. I got 3 guys back here that are depending upon me to catch any ball.
Hey, I can catch.
Well,
it looks better than our overlays.
You save Joyce, because I'm not saving him.
No, he can fend for himself.
First pitch to Hannah Hoover, the third baseman, is a ball.
The delay on the camera should be perfect timing for the ball to hit him before he sees it coming.
1-1 the count. It's just turned out to be a beautiful evening. If the rain can stay away, it's just going to be a fantastic evening for softball. It is going to turn off a little bit cool. Did have to put on the little jacket, but I'm getting gold, and so nice pitch there. 1-2. We were able to broadcast yesterday's contest.
Strike 3.
Nice pitch there. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down. Which brings number 20, the pitcher, Savannah Carr. The broadcast yesterday, we were behind the plate, which, it's not a bad angle, but we thought, well, we'll see if we can't get a center field shot, which I think is a much better
ball. 1-0.
Much better place to watch a softball game from the center field angle. So hopefully you're enjoying this. This way we don't have to look through a net, and we can see a little bit more of behind the pitcher.
A little bit inside. Ball 1.
Actually, ball 2. So she's
ball
falling behind
2-0
on this batter. And again, with 2 outs, the last thing you want to do is walk with 2 outs, because those normally come back to haunt you. The pop up in the air. Lauren Batson calls it, and she makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the second. Still goose eggs. Going to the bottom of the second inning, leading off for the Lady Eagles is the cleanup batter, Christiana Gable. Lady Eagles in the bottom of the first went 3 up, 3 down. See if Christiana, who is pitching today for the Lady Eagles, see if she can help herself out here. It'd be great to see if the Lady Eagles can get on top and score some runs and hopefully take a little bit of steam out of the Lady Bears. Dugout trying to get into it, and that's something else a little bit different from baseball is the cheers that go on in the dugout. Now the guys will talk, they'll do their little chatter, but it doesn't normally end up in the form of a cheer.
Definitely not.
First pitch was a ball. Christiana hits it hard to shortstop. She fields it over to first for the out. Boy, she got a lot of battle on that one. She sure did. Next up, the sophomore, number 5, Jenna Burnett, the catcher for the Lady Eagles. That changeup in for a strike.
And there comes the sun.
Hopefully, be interesting to see once it gets right over the top of the press box over there to see how that affects the picture on the screen. Jenna fouls the second one up against the net. She falls behind 0-2 we'll try and get some updates on the baseball game over there. The baseball team is hosting their region tournament, and they are hosting FRA. 7 o'clock game. First game was Knox Webb versus Davidson Academy. Knox Webb was ahead 3-0 in the third when I was forced to come on over here. So we'll see if we can get an update.
They were packing up when we got out of the car.
Jenna Burnett called out looking on strikes. 2 away. Ashley Reasonover, the first base senior at the plate for the Lady Eagles, number 25. First pitch strike. Grounded to third, fielded over to first. 3 up, 3 down. It is 10 minutes after 7, and we are 2 innings through this 7-inning ball game. We're going to go to the top of the third, still scoreless. Going to the top of the third here at Don Frudenthal Field for the Lady Bears, leading off the right fielder, Maddie Woodis.
Ball.
Started her off with a changeup, just a little low.
She's fell behind in the count versus the last couple of batters.
Fouled out of play, 1-1. It's a good point, Matthew. Pitchers obviously want to try and get ahead. That way the batters are going to have to see what, kind of guess at what pitch you're going to throw. But if you get behind, then a lot of them like to just sit dead red on a fastball, and that's when your batting average goes up a little bit. Ball popped up. Callan Griffin, shortstop, is going to eat that one up, and that is 1 away. Callan Griffin, the Tennessee Tech signee, already signed as a junior, will be headed to Tennessee Tech. Fields it short, throw over to first. She's got a cannon, 2 down.
Yeah, there was no chance of her beating that at all.
I tell you, Callan, her natural position is third base, and that's probably what she's going to play in college, but she's got the arm for shortstop. She has been a starter since her 8th grade year and is just a fantastic hitter and great defensively as well. Tennessee Tech has gotten a great softball player. Again, falling behind in the count. 2 down. The batter, number 2, the shortstop, Hannah Thompson. The slap. Fielded.
Jamie Smith, I believe.
Jamie Smith with a catch from left field. A nice grab there. Had the defense playing in a little bit since the left-handed batter, probably with not a lot of power in the 9-hole, and just popped it out to left field for the third out. We're going to the bottom of the third. We'll see if we can get something going. Lady Eagles come to bat. Leading off for the Lady Eagles is number 12, Marcy Sneed. Marcy playing right field for the Lady Eagles today. The freshman, point guard for the basketball team. First pitch, strike. Wouldn't have been a strike for Ashley Reasonover. But for Marcy,
she's a little bit taller.
She's a little bit taller. It was a good-looking pitch there. Marcy waits back. Pitcher fields it, throws to first. One away.
Valerie Rivas bats.
Valerie playing second base today. That ball's going to get through, and that's going to be a base hit for the Lady Eagles. Nice job there by Valerie. With one down, the Lady Eagles have something going. And with speed at first, you've got to look for a ball in the dirt. Valerie moving over to second base, and a base hit will be able to score. And with the shortened bases and the speed that we have, Matthew, it really does not even take a double to score a runner from first, especially if they're moving on the pitch. The bunt by Samaya Shannon is foul. The count 0-1. Fruit is trying to get Valerie into scoring position for the leadoff batter, Brittany Edmondson. Brittany has got a fantastic bat at the plate, and if she can get a base hit with Valerie on second base, the Lady Eagles can jump ahead. Coach Frudenthal giving a little bit of instruction to Samaya. Coach Frudenthal, of course, the legendary coach who is going to be inducted into just about every coaching Hall of Fame in the state of Tennessee, won numerous state championships. Valerie just about gets picked off.
Yeah, she was safe.
Her foot slipped. The bunt attempt was pulled back by Samaya, and Valerie slipped. Again, the rain is going to play a factor here. Valerie's foot slipped, and she wasn't able to get back to the bag. Almost.
Thank you, Mr. Joyce.
Samaya fouls it back again, 1-2. Wonder if he takes the bunt off here or if he leaves it on.
Well, yeah, it's a risky decision because she bunts it foul. That'll be out. So,
looks like he took it off, or at least she didn't look down there, so she may not want it. She gets a base hit.
Definitely work
into right field. And we've got 2 on with 1 out.
Hey, that worked.
Makes the coach look really smart when the bunt attempt fails, and then your number 9 hitter, she's a great number 9 hitter, gets a base hit to right field. Nice job by Samaya. Runners at first and second for the leadoff batter, Brittany Edmondson. Brittany fouls it down left field line, out of play onto the football field. This is actually going to be my first game under the lights here at Don Frudenthal Field. We've had the lights since last year, but most of our games, especially in the spring, because the sun doesn't really go down until. That's a nice rip. It's going deep, and gone! It's a home run by Brittany Edmondson. A 3-run home run. And that's the shot in the arm that the Lady Eagles needed. Great piece of hitting there by Brittany Edmondson. And it's amazing that a hitter that normally slaps the ball can turn on it and really rip that ball.
Yeah, that was the line drive that cleared the fence by about a foot.
It was not by much.
Good point. At least it did not hit us, because if that would have been directly at us, one of us four would have probably been in the line of fire or our cars.
Guys, I'm just telling you, I will save you if the ball comes out this way. I can't reach Ryan, so he's on his own. Almost a base hit, but caught. Lauren Batson's line drive caught by the shortstop. And it's 2 down. This brings up Callan Griffin.
And she swings.
The ball might fall. The left fielder comes in and catches it for the 3rd out. But the Lady Eagles make something happen. They put a 3 spot in the 3rd. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Lady Eagles 3, Lady Bears 0. We're back live. We're to the maybe this is right. Maybe we are the home team. It says the 4th inning, and it is. It's the top of the 4th. I guess I've had it wrong, Mr. Joyce. I guess we are the home team. We're at the top of the 4th. The Lady Bears coming to bat. They're at the top of the lineup. They've gone 3 up, 3 down for the first 3 innings. And now it brings the leadoff batter, Alex Gibson, the center fielder. Change up in the dirt for ball 1. Mr. Joyce is joining me now on air as Matthew went to get Brittany's home run ball.
It's absolutely great to be here, Coach.
I'm sure it is. And you're also doing overlays, so you're like the Renaissance man. You can do it all. Second pitch is a ball, 2-0. Christiana falling behind on the leadoff batter, Gibson. Called strike 2-1. Doing some adjustments with the camera as the sun is now heading behind the trees. Ground ball, Callan Griffin. She's got a cannon, and it's just not even close over there at first, and 1 away.
It's been a pretty tight game all around so far.
Sure has, and the defense has really come up big for the Eagles, there really hasn't been many difficult plays, but what you have to do is you have to make the routine plays, and hopefully the difficult plays will come to you as well. Called strike on the outside corner. Looked to be maybe a bit outside, but nice framing job there by Jenna Burnett. The 0-1 has popped up. Jenna Burnett back to the net. She makes the catch, 2 away. Change up outside for the batter, the catcher, Savannah Peak. One the count. Off the end of the bat, cue ball.
And she will make it to first.
That's going to be an error on the first baseman, Ashley Reasonover. But the Bears do have a little bit going, 2 outs. Runner on first. The pitch outside 1-0. That ball was just hit off the end of the bat, and those things really spin kind of crazy, and you never know what's going to happen to them. Brittany back makes the catch about 10 feet from us. We had some hearts pounding here at the scores table, but Brittany Edmondson saved our lives, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Ezell-Harding 3, Davidson Academy nothing. Christiana Gable leading off for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the 4th. Have an update from the baseball game just across the way. The Eagles are coming to bat in the 3rd, and it is 0-0. Christiana is doing a great job. I don't even know the terminology, Matthew. In baseball, I would say Christiana is doing a great job on the hill. But in softball, there is no hill. Everything's flat. So
the circle, maybe?
I'll just say maybe the mound.
The mound? Yeah.
The mound.
Well,
there's no mound because a mound is like a hill.
Well, it's painted around there.
Let's just say the circle.
The
She's
circle.
doing a good job pitching.
Yeah, that's good. She's
doing a great job pitching. So the first pitch, I'm sorry. Is that the first or second pitch?
That's ball 1, 1-0.
The ground ball to the third baseman. Throw over to first. Plenty of time. 1 away. Matthew did a great job going after that home run ball by Brittany. But I did see you fumbled it and dropped it.
I did. Yep.
We did not get that on camera, but I wanted to make mention of that.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
1 down. The batter is Jenna Burnett. Jenna's made 2 great catches up against the backstop. And that's tough from a catcher. You have to come out from the crouching position, throw the mask off, and find the ball. And especially when it's up against the backstop, that's a difficult play to make. And she did a great job on both of them. 1-1 the count. And again, a great crowd here. Hopefully we can advance to the sub-state and host some games. Base hit for Jenna Burnett. 1 on, 1 out. Sub-state will be best 2 out of 3.
Runner on first.
The batter, Ashley Reasonover. The sun now officially behind the trees. It's going to start to get a little bit cooler. Ball behind Ashley.
That will definitely help pass ball. Wild pitch.
Wild, that a boy.
Something.
Well, what's the difference?
Wild pitch would be the pitcher's fault.
That's right.
And the pass ball would be the catcher not making the catch or the stop.
Okay, so if you're calling that one, it is a.
Oh, I wasn't even really watching. I just heard it hit the backstop.
It was easily a wild pitch.
Ooh, she bunted it off her own leg. That would be foul.
1-1 count. Jenna Burnett now moves over to second base. She's in scoring position. I think Frood took off the bunt and now is letting Ashley hit away. We'll see if that is indeed the case.
Well, yeah, anything in the gap scores the runner, most likely.
Popped up. First baseman and pitcher.
A little
miscommunication there.
I got it. You got it. Somebody got it. We both got it. Something like that, maybe.
Most of the time, whose ball is that, Matthew?
Well, it looked like the first baseman had a better beat on the ball, and most of the time you don't force the pitcher to make the catch.
That's right. Unless your pitcher is great defensively, which this girl's a good
might go to
player.
Nope, first baseman.
First baseman makes the catch.
A little disappointing there to not get the run in from second, but still 3-0.
We'll take it. We're going to move to the top of the fifth. The Lady Eagles lead the Lady Bears 3-0. And we're back, going to the top of the fifth. The Lady Eagles trying to hold on to this 3-run lead. The home run by Brittany Edmondson in the bottom of the third. The throw down, and we're ready for the top of the fifth. This game has gone by fast.
Strike one.
Nice pitch there. She's doing a good job of keeping the ball low. It's a difficult pitch to hit. Number 19, Hannah Hoover, the batter, fouls it back. 0-2 the count. Christiana delivering the 0-2.
That's, okay.
Hits two light poles.
At one time.
Yeah. It ought to be like a...
Do you get
a Coke?
A quarter of a run for that or something?
No, I'm just thinking something like a food or drink. The 0-2. The changeup in the dirt. Count now 1-2.
Ooh.
Had one section of lights go out. Not sure why that is. Hopefully they'll be coming back on soon. We can play with 3.
That's
That ball
hit hard, and
Smith
it's not going to.
back for the catch.
Good play.
About 10 feet from the fence, and Smith makes the grab. The great catch.
Yeah,
About
those
2
are
good
hard.
catches.
Yeah. Both. Well, that one was a little bit closer to the fence, and you kind of think about running into the fence, so maybe that affects the actual play, but not in that case.
Well, it's true, and that's why it's nice sometimes to have a warning track. Foul down the left field line. The warning track trains the outfielders. As soon as your feet hit the warning track, you know how much time before you hit the fence. The difference between the softball and the baseball fence is you can hit the softball fence and it's chain link and it gives a little bit. The guys is like running into a concrete block wall. But they do have a warning track.
They do.
So
A little bit of a warning. No pun intended.
there we go. Thank you. 1-1 the count, 1 away, top of the 5th. Savannah Carr, the batter for the Lady Bears. She stands in, foul tip, changeup, 1-2. I hear some cheering over there at the baseball game. I'm not sure if anybody scored. Let's hope that the Eagles can get something going over there. It's a big game against FRA here in the region tournament. The winner will face Knox Webb. Strike 3, changeup. Nice pitch there by Christiana.
Yeah, that started out at the letters and dropped right back into the strike zone.
I tell you, from this angle, I thought it was going to be high, but when I realized it was a changeup, you have to wait a little bit longer.
Yep.
And it fell in there for a strike. Great pitch. She was not looking for that one, you could tell. 2 down, top of the 5th. Lady Eagles.
That's right down the middle. Right down Broadway.
There we go. Man, I tell you, you really just kind of – you're getting stronger as the game goes, Matthew. It's the 5th inning. I look forward to a great 7th from you. 1-1 the count. To the batter, Kelsey Thompson. And she lines it down the left field line. It was a fair ball. No, foul ball.
I thought it was fair, but from this point of view, you cannot really see the lines.
You know, I painted those lines, and you really can't see them from here.
I mean, I'm sure you can see them. Not saying that you did a bad job, but
well, it's the lights. We'll blame it on the lights.
Yeah, it's that light over there in right field.
The 1-2 pitch, fouled back.
Even though that caused us not to see the left field line.
Well, and you could tell though, even from that vantage point right there, that with the rain that we've had, we've already seen one person slip in the dirt. But that ball right there, as soon as it hit the grass, because the grass was wet, it just skipped right onto the fence. So that's something that could come into play as well. That was going to be an automatic double, and with the speed of Thompson, could have been triple. I think this is Thompson. I may be one off here.
Ooh, that was a 2 or 3 hopper.
I think I am. I think this is Maddie Woodis, and Kelsey Thompson is on deck. Looks like a number 4 on deck. So we're going to say Maddie, the right fielder, is up at the plate.
Would that be number 7?
Be number 1.
Number 1. Yeah, it looks like a 1 or that's fouled back 2-2. Yeah, I think that's number 1. Because the number on the back of the jersey is a little harder to see.
Yeah, and that is a 4 on deck. So that is Kelsey Thompson on deck. Maddie Woodis in at the plate. 2-2 count, 2 outs.
Fouled it off again.
Boy, she's doing a great job of hanging in there. That's a great at-bat.
Yep, making her throw some pitches too, which might come into play later on in the game.
Deuces are wild. The windup. The pitch. There's your base hit.
That's fair.
Marcy Sneed, great job of getting over there to cut that one off. And I've hesitated saying it the whole game, Matthew, but that right there breaks up your no-hitter.
Yeah, that sure did. I mean,
the ball to Reason over had to be an error. That was a ball that probably should have been fielded and should have been an out. And you definitely don't want to have something like that break up your no-hitter. But that right there is a legitimate hit. But Marcy, with her great speed, did a good job to get over there and cut it off so that it held Woodis to just a single.
That looked a little inside, but evidently caught the corner.
Kelsey Thompson finally gets to the plate. We thought it's been her for the longest time, but it wasn't.
She's going to get there eventually. You're just being prepared. I thought that was in there, but evidently that would be incorrect.
It was close, and the count is 1-1.
I'm going to go with 1-1 because I didn't. Yeah, it's 1-1.
Okay.
Hit hard right into the gap.
2 hits in a row for the Lady Bears. They're trying to make something happen. They're not going to go away quietly,
nope.
Matthew. They're a great softball team. And 2 back-to-back, not just 2 back-to-back hits, but
with 2 outs.
With 2 outs and your 7 and 8 hitter. That tells you how deep this lineup is. You've got the bottom of your order producing your only 2 hits so far in the game. That does bring up the number 9 hitter, Hannah Thompson, the shortstop. And she has good speed as well. Looks like the Lady Bears are going to put in a pinch runner, maybe, yes. They are going to put in a pinch runner, and I do not have the name here, and I'm sorry.
For whoever was on first base, number 4, because she just had
yeah,
the
Kelsey
hit, correct?
Thompson is going to be
that looks like a
ran for, but
we only have the names for the starters, so and somebody's a freshman.
But it's a great job, though, because you've got obviously she has some speed, and Coach is trying to make something happen here because a base hit in the gap is going to score them both.
Yeah, but you don't like to do that, though, and if it pays off, then, yeah, that was a great move, but if it doesn't, you lose whoever's on first base.
I'm not sure the rules, Matthew. They might be able to pinch run for them
once. There's a courtesy pinch run, because I know they do that in high school baseball some.
Yeah, I don't know the rule there. If we had somebody with a little more softball knowledge than us, we would know.
All we can do is call the balls and strikes from our vantage point.
What you can't do here, though, Matthews, you can't let a ball get over your head because that's going to score at least 2.
Yeah, you got to cut it off. And well, you hope she'd be able to strike her out or get the out and get out of the jam, but
Hannah Thompson is the number 9 hitter. It's a 1-1 count. There's 2 down. Christiana in just a little bit of trouble. Let's see if she can get out of this jam. The pitch is outside, 2-1.
Yeah, you just cannot allow the big inning for them to tie the game or even cut 2 or 3 runs to tie it or to get 1 back.
As smoothly as this game has been going, you kind of have to stop the rally. That's a strike. 2-2. Deuces are now wild on the board again. See if Christiana can put it away here. Got some guys who just don't know baseball terminology. Matthew does. The 2-2 pitch is grabbed by Callan Griffin. A great snag. I tell you what, Matthew, we're not going to go to a commercial break for just a second. I could see her doing this. The left-handed batter, what most left-handed batters do, they try to slap it the other way.
Bunt, yep.
As soon as that pitch was thrown, Callan was moving that direction. The only way she made that grab is because she got such a great jump for the 3rd out of the inning, and that really takes the steam out of Davidson Academy. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. The Lady Eagles still ahead 3-0. Valerie Rivas, the batter for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the 5th.
You're
Lady
trying
Eagles
to advance it to the 6th.
I'm trying, man. Love to get out of here with the victory. Valerie takes first pitch strike. And what made that catch also such a big catch is that with 2 outs, the runners are moving, whether the ball's hit in the air or on the ground. So if that ball falls in, it's going to be at least 1 run, possibly even 2.
And then you have another runner in scoring position too. So
great point. That would have put the tying run at second base. 1-1 the count to
1-1.
the second baseman, Rivas.
Valerie Rivas.
Ball low, 2-1. Do you say second baseman or second basewoman in softball, Matthew?
I think it's baseman.
Oh, I think it is too. I don't think the terminology
Woman.
changes. I think one day it will, but it hasn't yet. Strike 2.
That looked a little inside, but maybe she turned into the pitch just a touch.
Well, and we are offset a little bit too, so the pitch looked inside to us, but probably did catch the corner. Rivas steps in for the 2-2.
That was definitely inside. And low. Full count.
Full count. Samaya Shannon, the junior, on deck.
Swing at anything that could possibly be called a strike at this point. That
Ball
was
4.
in the dirt.
Leadoff batter's on. The speedy leadoff batter's on. Rivas, also a fantastic soccer player for the Lady Eagles. She's got a lot of speed. She's in great shape. And look for Samaya to bunt again. Fruit, I'm sure, going to want to try and get another run across the plate. She has Brittany Edmondson.
Okay.
We've got light problems, folks.
And the right field light's coming back on, but and Don Frudenthal confused.
Right field light is coming back on. The one section of lights behind, it's behind the third base dugout has gone out.
That's probably more needed than the one in right field.
You know what I bet the problem is?
The rain?
No, it's us. We plugged in back here by the, we've just blown circuits probably. Yay. Yeah, the blame's not on us. Our stuff would go out before the lights go out.
Yeah, and you're not plugged into that one either.
Those lights, and they're not going to come on for a while. These lights, once they get shut off, they have to cool down for a little bit before they can come back on. That's probably why those did come on. I'm not sure if it's overheating or what. I mean, they shouldn't overheat.
Yeah, it's like 60 degrees out here.
I mean, we can still play with these 3, but to be honest with you, if I was Davidson Academy's coach, I would definitely want to have a chat with Coach Frudenthal and the umpires just to make sure that, maybe have the first baseman roll some balls to the defenders just
to see how the sight is. Yeah. And also, this is maybe good for Davidson Academy to stop the flow of momentum.
Maybe they planned it. Matt. No, they didn't plan it.
Just like is this the Super Bowl all over again?
It could be the Super Bowl all over again. I think she's going to let her throw some pitches just to see what the line of sight is here.
Except this game does not involve Ray Lewis, which makes me happy. He is not one of my favorite people. Yeah, maybe they're just letting it have time to maybe cut back on. Should we run a commercial?
They did. No, they did. They threw some pitches just to make sure that the pitcher and catcher could see. Of course, and something else different in softball is that the ball is bright yellow, so it doesn't glow in the dark, but it is fairly easy to see. So
they're going to call them in.
So we are gonna take a commercial break while we see what the light situation is, and we will be back as soon as we figure out what's going on. we're still trying to figure out what's going to happen with the lights. I think I see one maybe coming on. Actually, they're turning
Looks
the
like
football.
It's pointed, yeah.
They're turning the football lights on to see if that maybe adds a little bit of light down here. And while we do that, we're going to go to a commercial break because we're sure you guys are tired of watching the little intro that we have. So this year, our broadcasting class put together a little commercial video for Ezell-Harding Christian School. So we'll play that for you right now.
This year we have a lot of goals that we have set for all three schools at Ezell-Harding. I think the first and primary goal is to revitalize a spirit.
I don't think so. It had Mr. Sullivan. It had me. Okay, so I stopped it. All right, we're back, and we're going to do a commercial. Hey, take it real quick. Yes, you got it. I need to step away for a sec.
Where you going to get us food?
No.
Hey, give me a drink. I can drink a water right now. We got to make some business call. We're not Joyce, cut that. Joyce, is it alive? No. Yeah.
We're still waiting. Sorry, we did not realize that we did not have the video on loop, which
Our
was
great and
Jason
fearless
Charlton's
leader
fault.
has left us.
Making an important business call, or I presume. Probably not.
Important.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
No chance.
It's they need to just get on with the game. We have ain't nobody got time for that, as you would say. I think the lights from the football field are only going to help as much as it is right now, which is not really at all.
Well, if we were playing on the football field,
Yeah,
we'd
yeah.
be good.
If we were that way, we would be fine. Little dark, but not that bad. How long did it take for the right field light to come back on? Because we're now in the waiting period, I guess. And the fearless broadcasting leader, Jason Charlton, fighting to get his mic back from Andrew Joyce.
It wouldn't be much of a fight. I just can't risk it.
It wouldn't be much of a fight.
As we say in fourth period English, no chance. Here he goes. Don't want to make him upset.
It was about to get ugly, but
Yeah.
we are back. The football lights are doing the job over there, and
Not on this field, though.
looks like a wiffle ball game going over there as well.
Good call.
Just got an update from the baseball game across the way. The Eagles are down after 4, 2-0.
An hour. Yeah, you can have some. There's nothing in there, though.
So I'm not sure if they're going to wait for the lights to actually, on the softball, the pole on the softball field to actually come back on. I thought they turned the football lights on.
Maybe they just turn those on for the people on the football field. But that wouldn't really make any sense. But if we keep waiting much longer, it'll be time to eat breakfast. because we have. This is not the delay we expected today. We expected a rain delay, if anything.
No, they were not going to play this song.
So there's. And you also wonder that if that pole comes on, if another one won't go off. So if that is the case, then that is really going to throw us off. So we're not going to stand here and talk about the lights all day. So we are going to go to a commercial break, which we're going to loop here for you. And it is going to be the one that you've seen about 100 times. I apologize for that, but you'd probably rather see that than hear us talk about the weather.
I don't know about
or the
that.
lights. The lights are starting to come back on. The players Lady Eagles are headed down the right field line to throw a little bit. At least we have one of the lights on the pole coming back on.
Which normally means more
that the others
others to
shall
follow.
But we are still curious to see if another pole will blow here. We've never done play-by-play commentary on lights before, Matthew. This is a first for me. So I'm not familiar with the terminology except lights and pole.
Light pole. Yep. Foul pole. Fence. First, second, third home. Dugout.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about kind of what the situation is tournament-wise. This, of course, is the winner's bracket. The loser's bracket was played earlier. Donaldson Christian Academy played Zion Christian Academy. And, of course, DCA, well, I shouldn't say of course, except for the fact that I've already mentioned it, but DCA did win that one 15-0. This, the winner's bracket, and basically at this point, you have 4 teams left in the region in both baseball and softball, but since we're dealing with softball here, 4 teams left in the region. All 4 of these teams will advance to the sub-state. The top 2 teams, the number 1 and number 2 seed teams out of the region tournament, get to host the sub-state at their place. So at the higher seed, number 1, number 2, gets to host the sub-state, and the other 2 travel. And normally what that means is you go to Memphis. There are a few teams, just a couple of teams, who might possibly be hosting out of Jackson, Tennessee. But just about every time
you do not host, you were in Memphis.
you go to Memphis. That's the way it's been in basketball. Well, say that.
Yep.
Jackson, we played University School of Jackson, the guys did, a few years ago, and won that game. And, of course, we played.
This year we played Evangelical.
We played down at USJ in baseball my second year coaching, and they came here a couple of years ago. So what you're playing for here is if you win this game, if I'm not mistaken, you will be hosting the sub-state.
Which is good. Instead of traveling the 2.5 to 3 plus hour journey.
Especially considering the fact that baseball has traveled to Knoxville
twice this week.
And soccer traveled to Knox Webb yesterday. So
we do have a runner on first.
No outs.
So long ago.
Valerie Rivas on first base. The lights are on, at least temporarily. We'll try and keep the plug in. batter, Samaya Shannon, squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Rivas.
That is the second time that she's almost been picked off.
That time she just
that time was
late getting back.
Yeah.
Coach Frood probably going to keep the bunt on with nobody out. Samaya Shannon was supposed to bunt last time. She missed on both attempts and then gets a base hit to right field. She gets this one down. The catcher fields it, throws it to first.
Ooh, okay, please. Valerie, just watch out. They are trying to pick her off regardless of where she's been on the base path.
She's got great speed, and sometimes folks with great speed get a little too aggressive, and it's a nice job there throwing behind the runner, but Rivas was heads up and easily gets back to the bag. There's one away. Brittany Edmondson,
that is
deep to right field, not quite deep
she'll
enough.
Tag and easily, they won't even attempt to throw, they'll just hit the cutoff. And 2 outs, runner on third. She's hit it pretty hard every time she's been to the plate. The home run.
She's a great softball player. I mean, just watching her, the way she swings the bat, to be able to be a great slap hitter with great speed, but yet also be able to turn on a pitch and knock it out of the ballpark. She did not tag early. That was not even close to being a tag early, but she calls her out anyway. And it's smart. I mean, coaches do that sometimes just to see if the umpire will give them the call, and they did get the call. So that is the third out of the inning. They say Rivas tagged up or did not tag up. And that is out number 3. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. Finally, 3-0 Lady Eagles. We're back. We are I don't know where we are. We're either
we're in the top of the 6th. They just changed
top of the 6th. There we go.
We've been in the bottom of the 5th inning for about an hour.
We've been in the dark.
Give or take a few minutes.
Literally, for the whole game in terms of whether we're home team or not.
The only thing we know is that we're in center field.
And we're winning 3-0, which is the most important thing at this point. But scoreboard says we're on top of the 6th. We're going to go with that. Christiana Gable still in the circle pitching for the Lady Eagles.
Fouled off. That time it did not connect with the 2 light poles.
I think Coach Fruit agreed with us that Rivas did not tag up too soon. He was kind, as he always is, but had a few words with the umpires as he walks back to the dugout. Just not a very good call. Changeup is high. 1-1 the count.
I thought she tagged up, but
well, there was first of all, there was no reason for her to tag early because there was not even going to be a play.
Slapped right to Lauren Batson.
Line drive. Batson with the snag. It's 1 away. Gable's pitch low and outside. Ball 1. It was close there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it caught the corner, but we are a little off-centered, like you said, and I'm not the umpire. And I'm kind of glad I'm not the umpire. That's slap foul. 1-1 count. No.
Gable's not going to throw her out.
Yep.
Great speed and a base hit.
Well, Batson overran the ball, but again, maybe the moisture on the surface had an effect on the ball.
A little dark. Can we lighten it up?
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Excuse me, strike two. Ball. It is a 1-2 count. So says the scoreboard.
You know you have good speed on first. That's a pop-up. Lauren Batson over to make the grab. She does. 2 away. Christiana probably trying to get out of this ball game before the lights go off again. But more importantly, trying to get out of this with a victory. This would be a big win for the Lady Eagles. Really, really fighting hard to host the sub-state here. Jenna Burnett comes out looking to fire down to first. She's a great catcher, fantastic catcher. Good hitter from the left-hand side, but also great behind the plate. Great arm and very aggressive.
High and outside.
And I should add, just a sophomore.
2-0.
Christiana Gable getting behind the batter here with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
1-0.
Jenna Burnett, does she get a third chance? She
yes,
does.
She does. Nice play. That would be the end of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Ezell with a 3-0 lead over Davidson Academy. We're back. Bottom of the 6th. I believe.
That's Lauren Batson.
Lauren Batson, yep.
The senior trying to get something going here. Takes the first pitch strike.
Nice pitch. Yeah, let's see if Ezell can extend the lead to relieve some of the stress and the pressure that will come with the top of the 7th.
At this point, all the runs you get are insurance runs because the way Christiana's throwing the ball, it's going to be difficult for Davidson to string together more than 3 runs.
2-1 count. Three-one count. Hits it off the end of the bat. Close play, but
nice play there by the third baseman, and good speed there by Batson, hustling down to first base, and you run it out.
You never know what can happen.
Absolutely. One down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, because I know when I played, if I did not run it out, I got chewed by my dad, who's the coach. She hits it right to the third baseman, who makes the easy play, and we have 2 gone. Bottom of the 6th.
They've been able to hold Callan Griffin from hurting them, and she can certainly do it. That brings up Christiana Gable. I tell you what, this past summer I mowed the football field quite a bit because I was up here a lot, and it never failed that every time I mowed, it seemed like Christiana and her father were out here taking extra cuts out on the softball field. She loves to play this game. She practices very, very hard, and to have an opportunity to play on the collegiate level like she's going to get to do with the Lady Governors at Austin Peay is just quite an honor, but it's an honor that's well-deserved for her.
1-1 count.
2 down here, bottom of the 6th. Lady Eagles trying to get something going to get a little bit of insurance.
That's a strike. A little low.
There's that changeup again.
1-2. It should be 1-2.
It is 1-2. She felt like Christiana was going to sit on a fastball, so she throws her the changeup in. It was a good one.
2-2 count. A little outside.
Dugout really getting going in there.
That's 3-2. Nice pitch. Way to take it.
That was a great pitch, and
yep.
Even the pitcher thought it was a great pitch. She was walking off, and that's not something you want to do because most likely you won't get the next call, but that was a good-looking pitch. I thought it was strike 3.
She hits that one hard.
Field.
Backing up has it.
That's the third out.
That's the third out, yeah.
We're going to go to the top of the 7th. The Lady Eagles are 3 outs away from winning this winner's bracket game here in the region tournament. We'll be back right after this. We're back, top of the 7th. Lady Eagles 3 outs away from a big victory, a revenge match here between Davidson Academy and Ezell-Harding. And the 3-run homer by Brittany Edmondson in the 3rd inning could prove to be the difference. Hannah Hoover, the 3rd baseman, to lead off the 7th inning for the Lady Bears. They're trying to get something going in their dugout, and it's been really quiet, Matthew, because Christiana and the Lady Eagles have really held them off. Well,
that's going to be caught by Edmondson. Almost jinxed her. The announcer's curse.
Shoestring grab by Brittany Edmondson. Could be the hero of the game.
Yeah.
1 away. We've got Savannah Carr, the pitcher, see if she can help herself out here in the top of the 7th. First pitch strike, and I'm sure Coach Frudenthal said, Christiana, just get out there and throw strikes. Let them put the ball in play. Your defense has helped you out the whole game. Let them just continue to do that. And she starts off Carr with the strike.
And ooh, okay.
Strike 2. That looked a little bit inside.
A little inside, yeah.
0-2 the count. Fouled back out of
Fouls
play.
it into actually behind the stands.
And again, what a great crowd for today's game. And, of course, we got a great crowd over at the baseball game as well. We can see them from here. They're lined down the left field fence, what used to be called Manland. I'm not sure what they call it anymore. Brittany,
Right to Edmondson.
2 down.
She's been in on every part of the action for the Lady Eagles tonight.
Just a sophomore, and she's going to be fantastic as she continues her career here at Ezell-Harding. 1 out away from a big victory for the Lady Eagles, but it's not done yet. As we've seen, the bottom of the lineup, which is where we are, got 2 hits in a row a while ago, and now the batter is Maddie Woodis, the right fielder, with 2 down here in the 7th inning.
Right down Broadway.
The Broadway reference twice now. The ground ball to Callan. Good speed. The good throw.
Got it.
The 3rd out. Big
Oh.
victory for the Lady Eagles as they continue in the winners bracket. Davidson Academy will go on to play Donaldson Christian Academy tomorrow. Stay tuned. We're not sure which game we're going to be broadcasting tomorrow, whether it's going to be the baseball game or the softball game. But if you will, just continue to check the Facebook page, and we will try and let you know as soon as we know which game or 2 games that we're going to be able to broadcast for you. We're going to sign off. We're going to sign off for tonight. We thank you for joining us. Matthew, great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Joyce, good job on the overlays. Ryan, great job with camera. And until tomorrow, you guys have a great evening.